Hi, it's Hazy and welcome to my channel. Today I'm showing you how to draw, where to get the inspiration from to draw these. In fact, it tells you there, shower curtain. So, and that's a cardigan, but it's not like that at all. So I'm going to show you it's easy to draw as well. So I'm just showing you how to draw these, and there's all these as well. Just to give you inspiration of what to do, what to look for, and what to find. In fact, I got some things off television the other day. I don't know where they are. Probably in another one of these books somewhere. Okay, so if you like my content today, please give me a thumbs up. Thank you so much. I'm really happy if you do that for me. And if you subscribe to my channel, thank you so much. That does help my channel to grow and makes me really happy. Thank you so much. And let's go. Right then, so what I'm doing today is, this is a suggested video. Thanks very much to Patricia May, because she suggested looking at things, which is, I think, a good point, and finding patterns in them. Now that's a good example. Some of this is a very good example of that. It's a very bad picture though. It's took me ages. This is when I wanted to find it. Took me ages. Right, so the things. Excuse the intrusion of my arm. Right, okay. This is my journal I made recently. I made it to actually because I'm going on a course, and I'm going to take notes in it. But of course, I'm going to use it first. Right, there we go. So this is sort of thing I'm going to show you. Right, you can do things like this because you can use backgrounds, you can use background papers. So don't worry about it not being white. Why would you use plain white? It's boring. Okay, so I might use this. This is what this is tea bags, and I've changed the colour with my printer. Tea bags rested on paper and then scanned and copied, and then I've changed it into that lovely purple. So I've got right. So what I've done is I'll show you some examples. I've got a lot of examples in this of where I've got things from. Oh, I've done it differently to what I sometimes do. That one I called spare spools because it's like, I don't know, we used to have, years ago, we used to have these things for our machines at school, for example. I'm not sure what was it Singer? I don't know. Anyway, they used to have little holes in the side. The one I'm using at the moment, brother, doesn't do that. So I've done that. So that's one. See, what did I do there? Circle. Doesn't matter what size you do. You can do big ones like that, and then you can just put little circles. That's basically circles, and it's like that. So it's about 8. Okay, so that's that one. That's spare spools. Right, another one I've done. Okay, is this one. This one's from sweets or crackers. Can't remember what, but anyway, this is how I would draw this. So you do lines like this, and lines like this. Okay, so it doesn't matter whether how far they are spaced apart at all, because it's that's how it is. Right, so I would do right, it looks like I'm doing lines, then a diamond or a square. So to draw the squares, you just go from it doesn't matter how or at all, it's just every time you go in the middle of each square. So I'm going to draw one down, say here. I'd go in the middle of that square, to the middle of that one, 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 like that, and then just do it again, doing parallel lines and then a dot. Can we see that? I don't know if it's close enough for you. I get really hold on, I'm getting a bit right. This is hopefully a bit more closer. Okay, so I'm doing it like this. I can see now. Right. Okay, so I'm going to. This is alternate squares, so it'll be that one as well. I got the idea from sweets because, or crackers. Actually, it's like this. It's actually like that. But I've just joined those squares together like that. Oh no, wait a minute, I'm doing a different one. Like, that's different. Yes, that's another one you could do. That's the variation. So it's instead of doing that, so what I'm doing now is just drawing some lines. So I'm drawing one of those diamonds, lines, diamond, and then lines like that. So that's that is where is it? That one, isn't it? That's that one. I can't remember what I called it now. Well, I told you I've got names for things. That's from sweet. That's from, I say, spools, things like that. That's from sweet. That's from bricks. You know those bricks. I don't know if you get them where you are, but in this country we get bricks like this. Where my brother's, he's not on bricks. I've also rounded the bricks like that to add a bit of interest. So you can do that. See. There we go. Can we see? Oh, no, if you can see that. Right, let me show you. I've just carrying on talking, and I don't know if you saw that. Right, so what it is. Right, so I've got things like this. This is this, and then it's sort of like, I don't know, is it Flemish bond? I don't know. There's a type of bond the brick's called. I did it at school when I was about 11, so many years ago then. Right, okay, so I remember looking at my neighbours and thinking, wow, that's an interesting one, because some of it was stretcher bond, some of it was Flemish, some of it was English bond. English bond is a load of those bricks and then a load of these type of bricks. Anyway, what I've done is also added a extra line round there to each one. Alright, so this is like I don't know, it's Flemish bond, I'm not sure. Flemish bond, I don't know, it could be, I think it is actually, I think it's Flemish bond, or if it isn't Flemish bond, it used to be called that. Oh no, yeah, that's right, yeah, so it's like that. And then I decided to show the actual bricks by putting these 3, probably they did have that at the time when they did this, but it doesn't matter, it's just a design. Okay, so that's the sort of design, I like that one, so that's based on bricks. Okay, so bricks. So that one's like spare spools is. You don't have to call it this. This is what I call it, spare spools. Because we had loads of spools, obviously, at school. So I don't think they teach them anymore sewing, which was a shame because it's fun. I like sewing. That used to be one of my things. One that I didn't like was cooking. Right, and that's like based on sweets or crackers, whatever you like. Could do that a little bit longer, make it like a cracker. No, actually, I don't think that would work with the mesh design, would it? Right, okay. Oh, there's punched pillows. Now, how did I work that one out? Oh no, I'm not showing you. I'm doing it again. Right, this is punched pillows. Okay, I'm doing it right. So I want to show you this. Right, so what I did was this. I'm not showing anything, so this is why I'm redoing it. Okay, so I'm doing it quite big, so it shows you can do it a bit smaller if you like. That's about 1 inch apart, probably just under. Right, so what I'm doing is, every time I I'm going to just do leaps like this. Leap to each one like that, and to that one as well. I call this punch pillows. I can't remember where I got the idea from. I have got it in a book somewhere, but I haven't thrown the book away, so I know it'd be there somewhere, but I don't know where it is. Okay, so things like this. This is how I do it. And then I'm just doing like that. It's like leaf shapes or petal shapes. Okay, but really it was actually based on pillow. I think I got something, and it's based on that. Right, so then I would come along like this and just draw the parallel lines inside. So I've not even done that parallel, but it's fine. You notice that? See, you notice that I don't do things perfectly, and it looks absolutely fine. Right, so with this one, okay, I would perhaps do some lines across that way. Every time it's that way, I would do it across that way, and every time it's this way, I'd do it down there. It doesn't matter, you don't have to do this, you can change it to your own designs. So that's that, and then I'll perhaps colour that in, which I have, and colour it in roughly or as nicely as you like, and then like this. Okay. That sort of thing. I don't know why it reminds me of Egyptian. Okay, but this is actually, I call this punch pillows. It probably doesn't look, but it was based on something. That was based on something. Okay, so we could do that, and then we could turn it. Oh, we could have to do it on this side, can't we? Right, okay, anything else I can show you on there? Yeah, simple things. There's simple things on it. Oh, one of my favourite things should be on there. If not, I've got it on other examples. Let's see if I can find anything. That is a lot of that is proper tangles. Yeah, a lot of that it is. Let's have a look. Is that as well? That is as well. That's a bit like the punch pillows I did, but that's going across. So let's have a look. Right. Not sure if it's this one. No, not on that one. Oh, there it is. There's the one. Right, this is one of the an easy one as well. Okay, so I'm going to show you this. Okay, right. So all I do is fill in spaces. Is this, and then this, without touching. Just try and join them up without touching, sort of thing. And then come along with another line. And another line. And then like that, and then just doing little squares inside. Where did I get the idea? I don't know where I got the idea from this, from. It might have been the pattern I've seen on telly or something. Sitting there, on, you know, and you can. There's lots of things actually that. It's somewhat similar to what I've seen recently on wallpaper. Not quite the same as that. It's different. Okay, so where are we? We're doing this one. Okay, so it's this one. That's an easy one as well. So you could just carry on doing that one in a space, and I've done it a few times on this one. And we just fill in. I mean, you can just fill in this if you like. Colour that in. Okay, like that. Or you can just do it like this, little lines. Okay, like that. Yeah, colour it in. Or do both. Colour that one in. Do lines on that, then colour that one in. No, anything like that. Oh, another one of my favourites is this, but I don't know why. I just got the idea from drawing lines, actually. And part of this would be what I'm going to show you in a minute as well. So just thick and thin lines going down. You do 3 thin, 1 thick, anything like that. And that reminds me of my cardigan. Now, let me see if I can find it. Where did I put it? Oh, my cardigan's gone. Oh, here. Right. Right, there's 2 things on my cardie. Right, is it this one? Yeah, here we are. Look, this is quite an old cardie, but it's one of my favourite ones. I'm afraid. Yeah. There we go. So what do? We can do it like this. So you can look at this. You noticed it's got 4 lines there, 4 lines of, and then it's got this stuff here. So what you could do for that is you could do 4 lines here, and then 4 lines there. And in between that you could do these like that. You could treat it differently and do it like this, like the actual stitching. No, not the actual stitching, but you know what I mean. Perhaps put 3 lines instead of 4 because it takes up quite a lot of room. And colouring those lines in between. Like that, and then come along to do this. And you can take the design further and put a dot in each one of those. And also dots down the sides here. I see it. I'm just checking you can see this one. And dots here. That's like that. You could do that. Don't have to do dots. You could do other things. You could do lines across. You could change those to. Let's see if I can just show you this one. You can change those to checkerboard instead. Oh, and I've done that in the wrong place. Never mind. And that, and then that one, and then that one. It's correcting it there. So you could do that between instead. If you want, if you know, too many dots. So I could do that. do 2 lines instead of 3 or 4. And then that's that idea. Then you've got this also on the, which I would say is something like an Aran pattern. I'm not sure if it's all like that. Well, you've got different sorts. Hold on. It's a big cardie. It's massive and it's really old. Right, you've got those twists as well. I don't know how you would treat those. Actually would draw a line like that. And then, I haven't done these before, these are just what I found recently, so you could come along like this. You can, because that's not copying it, that's just deciding to draw something that represents it. It doesn't represent it at all, it's different. So you could do that, that's totally different to that. But it is inspired by that, so this is an inspiration. And you could do this. This is quite a good one, isn't it? Look. And then, so even if it didn't look the same, you've created a pattern there. Okay, so that one would perhaps come like that and that. Okay, and then you could treat them how you like. Could put them, you could colour them in like this. Yeah, like that. For example. Okay, so every alternate one. Let's just make that a little bit longer. Every alternate one you could. Wait, how am I doing it? I can't remember now. Oh, it comes along like this, doesn't it? Yeah, that's it. So I'm bringing that round here. Okay. Right, so that's sort of that comes along. That's just based loose, very, very loosely on that idea. And then you would perhaps do another one there, and there, sort of thing. And perhaps here. Let's do these, and I'll show you what I'm going to do. Okay, hopefully you can see though. I can't tell. I think you can. Right. Okay. So perhaps you'd want to do something differently. So you got that idea. Now you could do things down here. Down there, I would perhaps put. I can either put lines across, squiggly lines across, or you could put large circles like this. You don't have to treat it. You don't have to copy that. Just be inspired by it, and then you can put them. See if you could keep them at the same level. I don't know if you want. Okay, I could put them at different levels. Okay, like this. Right. Oh, let's have a look. That's that sort of thing. And then perhaps these you could do. Perhaps you want to do lines along here, and then you'd want to do it here as well, perhaps to match that one. Perhaps you'd want to do something else here. Yeah, a line. Perhaps we could do a line of like that there. Treat that differently. And that the same there, perhaps. And then perhaps we'd go along. So you can do what you like. You can do that, and you could, you could see if you could follow a pattern. Completely, I don't know. I don't know. It's Aran, but really, I don't know what you call that. Cardie. I put cardie. Okay, and there's this. Let me show you the shower curtain I found as well. This is one I'm using. This is part of it. Part of a shower curtain. It's not the actual one we're using now, but it is the actual one, but not the actual one. You see what I mean? This is the same pattern. And a lot of these are like diamond shapes. It seems to come in like a grid of like. Let me see that. It seems to come in like a grid, like this, and then it stretches. So you could do it like not squares, or you could do it squares and just do it differently to what this is. Now this is. Right, so you could. Let's have a look. I don't know. So which ones I'm going to keep. Oh look, it's got little. Wow, it's got little. You can't see very well, I suppose, but it's got little dots as well around it. So that's even more exciting. And also these are actually stitched that way, and then they're stitched this way. On the next one. Oh no, it's this one. These are stitched that way, and they're stitched that way. Yeah, that's a row of stitched that way, and they're a row of stitched that way. So that's quite interesting. So you could use a grid like that, and then you can mess about. Perhaps we want to treat it like this. Okay. And then like that. Then like that. See, that's very simple, isn't it? Very simple, simplistic design, but it's based on this, which is interesting. Now with this, perhaps you'd want to do it like that. Okay, so you're still making those diamonds between. Okay, and then you could put dots here because there's dots. Doesn't matter how many you do. And I'm going to perhaps put some lines across here. Okay, and this one you can perhaps make an extra thing there and then colour it in. Okay. Shower curtain, what can we call the shower? Okay, so that's based on a shower curtain now. So I don't need that anymore because I've got my pattern. You don't have to do that. You can do something else based on that idea. You can develop it as well. So I'm just doing it like this. Okay. So there's that one as well. So that's shower curtain. So you can look around your home and just look for things. I mean, that's totally different to what that jumper is, isn't it? I've just basically took the pattern and done other things with it. You can try and copy it exactly, but I won't sit there and do that forever. Right then. Oh, that's fair. Oh, this is now this one. Now this is our shower mat. Okay, we're still using the same one. We need a new one really. We've been using it for ages. It definitely needs changing. That is our shower mat. I've just realised where I got that from. Yeah, and I was going to do that actually. Now I've done it differently to what I've got it on. It is right. So this light's got those suction things here. Okay, so it's suction things like that. And then you don't have to. You could do it like this. Let me show you how to map it out because it might be you want a regular pattern. Okay, of how to map that out. So you perhaps do a little circle here, here, here. And you can make this smaller. This is just an example, and I'm just showing you what you could do. You could do. Okay. You don't have to get it in the middle lot. Okay, as well. As I've got a lot of space around, I can make that even bigger. I could do 3 there, 4 there, whatever, 3. 3 circles around each one, and then. What did I do? It's sort of like come along here. There's this sort of pattern in it. Okay, so that's an idea as well. So then I would come along perhaps and do it like this. So sort of like go in so far, then come out again. Same with that one like that. Go in somewhere, and then I've got this thing between. Right, actually, it's not exactly like that. Because I look at it today, I thought, oh, that's quite interesting. So it's not quite like this, and it's not quite like that. So I could actually come along and do another line if I wanted, like that. So let's do that anyway, because that can develop the pattern. That's quite wide, isn't it? So I'll come along like that. Okay. Let's do that. So I've done that. It doesn't matter. I've just made them about the same size. In between here, there's actually little bubbles. Okay, like this, or you can make them a bit bigger and join them in like that. So then, otherwise you probably have to colour in between each one or something. Yeah, so I would do that. And then this one can be treated how you like. You can put little dashes there. Okay, yeah, so this is the shower mat and the shower curtain. It's hilarious, isn't it? And you can colour that in perhaps. And then perhaps colour that in as well. You don't have to do that like you could do it every time you do this pattern. You could do it differently. You could treat them differently. What is it like? It's lines, circles, blobs, and dots. Basically, that's all you'd need for to be able to do for doodling and drawing too. What drawings I show you on here as well. That's all. So that will do that. And then you can, if you like, you can colour in all the little bits around the edge. Now I'm not showing you the shower mat because it definitely needs changing. But I could show you that shower curtain because that's not been used that bit, because I used it for curtains on the window as well. So yeah, that's what I've done. Yeah. So we've got shower curtains on the window, and we've got shower curtains on the shower. So I've done that. Yeah. Okay. So that's the sort of thing. With this, you can do it like, you could put little crosses, for example, like this. I mean, you don't have to do it as big as this, and you could just perhaps even do dots or something like that. Just fill them in as much as dense or as sparse as you like. Okay. So we got that, yeah. So you could do that. You could do that like that, and then this one. If you get fed up with it, do something else. Yeah. So that's good. And then okay, so another thing obviously is embroidery. As Patricia May said, if you're looking at embroidery, finding the patterns in embroidery, copying those, which is a good idea. Just, you can repeat the pattern. You don't have to do exactly what. You don't have to draw out the embroidery as I've done here. You see, that's completely different to what the mat would look like. In fact, I think it's got sort of ones in between as well. Yeah, it's not quite like this. It's got ones here and then ones here, really, but I'm not doing them. You can do. So I could put them a little bit further apart and draw one there, or a smaller one, even though that's not the same as the mat. That I'm just inspired by the mat. So shower mat. And I recognised it from this, from that, which is hilarious. And that's the similar to one I've done. I showed you on the other one. I've done stars, but I don't expect you to be able to do stars. They're basically just lines, but I've done stars. There's that one. I'm not sure if that one's mine or not. I think, yeah, I tell you what, another one I like doing as well a lot is this one. To fill in spaces is this one. Can we see that? And then I'm doing that side. They remind me of little plants. They're little budded plants, like what do you call it? Vines, is it? Vines or some sort of thing, but with little buds on. You could do this, I suppose, or you could do a wobbly line and then just do a little. Oh, look, I've done that to see the same side. It doesn't matter. There, something like that. But I like the way that goes. This is quite relaxing doing that. And then again, you can sort of like make sure you're not going to join in any touch any other one. I could do it like that as well. There we go. That sort of thing fills in spaces. I've got a cat here as well. I'm not sure what I did for that one. A lot of that I would have made up. You know, just as it. That's actually done from like a illustrator. Sometimes illustrators. The illustrators, they're not them. Is it illustrators? The people who do the cartoons, they'll use those in the cartoons. So it's like, it doesn't matter whether it's 3 or 4 across. I've done that because it's probably a bit of a curve, so this is straight. So things like that. You see people in cartoons filling in, who do graphic novels. So I do graphic. I've done graphic, not proper graphic novels, just for myself. But I've done graphic novel, and you just fill in it, and you just fill in like that the background, like that. So that's graphic novel background. So the graphic novel background. Background. So BG background. Okay, remember when I don't know if you ever did this when you was little, I used to always do these for snakes, on the back of snakes. I think that's where some of that idea comes from as well, the one we did earlier. That might be where that comes from. And then you put a dot either side, don't you? Yeah, so I think that's where it comes from, that when I did that. Did I do it on it? Oh yeah, that one. That's possibly based on a snake. pattern. I mean, it's probably nothing like that snake, but I don't know. But you'd have a snake, and you'd do that around it, down its back. So you could do that, and you could perhaps put another snake there, and do, which is probably what I did, was it? Let's have a look. Oh no, I didn't do the separating. You can do that. Separating things. So that's all the things at the moment. Let's see what else we've got. I can show you. So we've got quite a lot of minutes covered. Let's have a look what else we've got on here. So you've got things like that. That's a bit like the but I think this is a lot of stuff I've got off Proppers and Tangles. So we don't look at that for the time. Let's see if I can things I've made up myself. This is the ones I'm looking for. That's another untangly one. Okay, and then oh yeah, that's another one. Yeah. There's a snake pattern. Argyle socks. There's Argyle socks, isn't there, as well? Let me show the Argyle socks ones. Right, this is like a Scottish. Is it an island? I don't know. Right, so I don't know myself. Right, so you'd put your grid down like this. It isn't on there. I haven't got it on there, I don't think. I was going to look them up. Now, there's things you can do for Argyle socks. It's something like, it's either like this, or you can do it like that. I think it's more like that, actually, the first one. But you can do that anyway. You can do that, and you can come down like this. See, I'm making it elongated now, just to fit in. Okay. You can colour those in different colours. You could perhaps put. Can we see that? You can perhaps put things like this. And then put a dot in the other one. This isn't like the socks, but yeah. And sometimes I've seen people use this for plaids or so and things like that. So it's similar. And also you could do tartan things as well, tartans or plaids if you like. You can do things like that. You can do it straight if you like, yeah. And then you can come along and do what you like against the sides. Perhaps like that if you like. And then the next one would be the same. And perhaps you could do it faux stitches, something like that on the next one. And then you could do things across here as well. You could put straight lines and colour that in. There we go. Just like that. Interesting. And then, if actually want to do any more, you just do in the middle. That could be a lot. You could put that all out in colour as well, which would actually perhaps define it a bit better. Right, anyway, that's all my little information things. I'm not opening the book properly. Let's go through them. Alright, so oh, I've got some there. Oh yeah, I was having a go at doing my jumper last night, so that's different, isn't it? So what did we say that was? Like a snake. That's like a snake. That's my jumper. Or my cardigan, really. That's also my cardigan. The different Aran pattern. I made that into that. Because really it's sort of like, it actually weaves, doesn't it? Somehow like that. It actually weaves like that and it's rounded. But I've done it like that instead, just to simplify it. I don't know. You can do things like that. You just be inspired. I'm just inspired by that. So that was the shower curtain. Actually showed that quite close up, and also things were going one way and things were going the other. So that's the shower curtain. That's the crackers or sweets. So crackers. I don't know. I think I called it crackers. You pull them at Christmas, or sweets if you like. Based on that shape. That's spare spools, like the spools we used to use at school. That's bricks, some sort of bricks, and I used Flemish Bond as the inspiration for that, and then did those in between. Punch pillows, so we're doing dots, aren't we? And then we're sort of like joining in like that. And then all we're doing then is going in between like that, and then like that. And then, obviously the snake again, because I thought, oh, that would be different, but it isn't. It's the same as what we did before. And then the shower mat, which is not like that quite, but I could have actually drawn some more between, but I didn't do that. And then there's that weird idea of actually doing it like this, which is actually quite relaxing and fun. Okay, and then there's the graphic novel idea where you've got those, you can do two, you can do threes or something. You can also round them like I did on my, is it cat? I can't remember, I did it on something. And then, okay, like that. And then there's, what did we do here? That was the tartan idea, and that's the Argyle socks idea. So, Argyle socks. Sorry, that's the Argyle socks idea. Argyle socks, and this is the tartan or plaid, if you like. We say tartan because that's like plaid. Because obviously Scotland and things like that. So a lot of us will have Scottish relatives somewhere. I've got them somewhere, I don't know where. Right, tartan and plaid. Yeah. Brilliant. Okay, well, look, anyway. I'm getting started again. Right, so anyway, this is the book I've recently made, similar to what I've made before. I've just stitched it, that's all. I stitched it before I actually glued it down. Glued it. Right, okay, anyway, so I hope you do like this, these ideas, and look for it. That's okay. I was going to say. You can always look for your own ideas in wherever you like, wherever your places are, and inspiration from that. So yeah, those are just things like, there's things like that as well. Okay, so yeah. 12:24, I finished. Ha ha ha.